on You. Tonight's episode is super special. It's our 200th episode! Woo! Well, we actually don't know if it's our 200th episode because Focus on You's been around for a really long time and we've released a lot of episodes, and do you guys know how long it would take to sort through like all that stuff that looked like it was filmed in the 80s, and it's just like, but all that stuff doesn't really matter. The point is, tonight's episode isn't stored away on some hard drive somewhere. This episode is live! You guys want to know what else has been on for way too many seasons and isn't funny anymore?
What?
The Simpsons. Yes, you all know The Simpsons. The Simpsons has been on the air since 1989. I think that's 28 years. That's crazy. That's older than me. That's older than a lot of you guys. It's probably never going to end. I used to love watching The Simpsons. I would just wait for it to come on TV, and it was great. I kind of blame my inability to make new memories on The Simpsons. You know, all that space in my brain is crowded up by Simpsons memories and jokes, and they're kind of clogging up the works. I'm brain dead, so, you know, I think maybe I should sue Fox. But the 29th season of The Simpsons recently started airing, and I feel like Fox has a golden opportunity here. Next season, for the big 30th season, I think The Simpsons should just end. I think it should just end. Hear me out, though. The Simpsons has been on for a long time. It's had a good run. You know, it's time to just let it rest in peace. But, you know, we live in the age of reboots and sequels, and I propose an idea to replace The Simpsons. The Simpsons 2. Think about it. The Simpsons is a 30-year-old idea. It has no place in 2017. We need a new family for a new generation. I'm not saying we replace Homer or Marge or all the other characters. All I'm saying is we just need to make a few small changes to the dynamic to make it good for modern audiences. So I have this plan. Let me tell you my plan. I'm working on pitching it to Fox, so it's a really good plan. So Marge is a CEO. Homer has hair. Lisa, she's the funniest character on the show. She's hilarious. Bart, he's trans now. Maggie, she talks, she has a British accent. It's such a waste to have a character that doesn't talk. What do you guys think? Woo! Yeah? You know, it's nothing too drastic. It's still the same old Simpsons that you guys know and love. Just with a couple small tweaks for today's audience. It's a show you guys would like to watch, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, tonight here on Focus on You, you will be a part of the live audience dramatization of the project I've prepared for The Simpsons 2. Isn't that exciting? All right. Let me set the scene for you. Homer and Marge have recently gone through a nasty divorce, but they're trying to keep up a healthy relationship to raise their 3 daughters.
Hello, Marge. Homer! I've come to drop off the final divorce papers. Homer, I have a confession to make. What is it, my ex-wife? Even before we split up, I have been seeing Carl for years. I've been cucked. I'm sorry, Homer. It doesn't matter. I knew our marriage was destined to fail when you voted for Trump and I was a Bernie bro. Oh, Homer, you've always been a bleeding heart liberal. But Marge, the men on Reddit say that the Tesla T3 has great fuel economy. Homer, Elon Musk is a snake oil salesman.
Don't have a cow.
Da 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 da. No more Apu. Apu is racist. The Simpsons too. Woo!
Yeah, wow. How many of you guys out there like that? Yeah, it was pretty good. Did you like that shit? I bet you did. I bet all of you right now would run out and buy a t-shirt on it that has Marge wearing a Make America Great Again hat on it. You Fox drones. You did this. All of the shows are the same. Let me show you real quick. Family Guy, it's always just like one big guy and one really annoying woman. So for The Simpsons, Homer Give me another one.
Family Guy.
Family Guy? Oh, geez. I don't remember the name of the Family Guy guy. Peter! See what I mean? Give me another one. Bobby! It's all the same. Shit, sorry, I did my Fox rant. Damn it. I lost my place. Let's just start over again. You guys can just run the music again. We'll do it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know your lover, your lovely host, Justine Backett.
Hello, everyone. We're going to cut to commercial right away.
Hello and welcome to 4 Ounces of Wine, Mom. I'm your host, Deborah Ferrari, and I'm sorry I'm not sorry. Today on the show, we're going to be having some good old-fashioned light conversation. We're going to have a couple glasses of wine, and the lines are open. All right. Let's have our first caller. And anyway, the moral of the story is if you're running low, go run out. All right, welcome back to 12 Ounces of Wine, Mom. And before we continue with solicited advice, I'm gonna need a little bit more wine. What? Okay, we're out of wine already. Well, I got a good buzz going. Let's just go. So you think you were born to have a personality, huh? You don't want to do your chores? Well, too bad you weren't. You'd go clean the house now. Don't have any children unless you love being followed around by tiny idiots all day. Money can't buy happiness? Well, you can't buy a Tesla with smiles. Don't ever yell at your kids. Lean in real close, whisper. It's much more intimidating. Hello? Hello? Never make an important life decision without drinking at least 1 glass of wine. No cup, no stop. All of you kids playing your music loudly in the streets, you're not making any friends. You're driving down the housing value. You got Thanksgiving leftovers? Save them, then you won't have to cook next year. That's what I always say. Stealing is always wrong, but it's not stealing if no one sees it. And always remember, in vino et vestra. Vestra. Et vestra.
All right, welcome back to you guys to Are You Smarter Than a College Student, where we try to find out if you're actually as smart as your ever so expensive education suggests. I'll introduce our contestants. Our first contestant is a local soap opera star. His name is Linguini Calzone. Come on out, Mr. Calzone.
Hello! Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's wonderful to have you
Who's gonna
here.
face off with the calzone?
Do I have any volunteers from the audience?
Volunteers!
Yeah, come on up. Awesome. Okay, that was weird, but it's nice to have you guys on set.
Why, yes, it is.
So thanks for being here. Now let's start the show. So basically the way it works, I'll ask you a question. Whoever hits that dinger first gets to answer the question, and at the end you get a fabulous prize.
Neato.
So first question, the Italian master Michelangelo.
Orange. His mask is orange, and he really likes pizza.
Is this a turtle thing?
I I don't know. I don't know.
That's wrong, but let me finish the question first. Michelangelo painted a series of biblical scenes on the ceiling of what Vatican chapel?
That would be the Sistine Chapel. Yeah.
You're correct!
I'm from Italy. Obviously, I should know.
Yes, 1 point for Mr. Calzone, who's in fact from Italy.
Exactly.
And now for question number 2. Which Beatle?
John Lennon. He's like such an inspiration, man.
I agree.
I mean, right, yeah, but you're wrong. So, once again, I'm gonna finish the question. Which beetle species diet is made out of aphids and is known for its distinctive spots?
That would be the ladybug.
Correct!
Yes. It's my favorite.
It's cute.
My favorite bug.
Things aren't looking too great for you, contestant number 1.
I don't even know how I got here.
Okay, we're gonna move on to our final question. In what city were the? Is he okay?
I don't know. We should. It's fine. I'll
It's
win.
fine. Yeah. Okay. 2012 Summer Olympics held.
That would be the lovely city of London. Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Calzone. You're the winner of Are You Smarter Than a College Student?
Hooray! I can't believe it.
I have this beautiful prize. I made this for you.
You made this. Well, look at that. Oh, it says winner on it. What?
There's a lot of glitter glue.
It's for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it on my fridge, I
Thank
suppose.
you.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in to Are You Smarter Than a College Student? Tune in next time to see another college student go head-to-head with local trash king Georgie. Woo! Now we're gonna cut to commercial. Hello everyone, I'm joined today by famed B-movie director Christopher Mim. Hi Chris, it's wonderful to have you on set today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you made the B-movie, yeah? So how was working with Jerry Seinfeld? Did you ever feel weird about the sexual implications of the bee and the human woman?
No, I make B movies. I didn't make the B movie, and I've never met Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh shit. That this interview is gonna go a little bit differently than what I originally thought. So you didn't make the B movie, but you make B movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So do they like to be called the Bees, or do you have like specific names for every one of them? Like one of them's Caspian and the other one's Bart, you know, that sort of thing.
I don't work with bees.
Oh, well, do you plan on working with bees in the future?
Specifically bees? No. Well, maybe. Not real bees per se. Fake bees. I mean bees. Well, not bees, specifically wasps. Because there's this. Okay, so there's this type of. You ever heard of a tarantula hawk wasp?
No.
Okay, I'm going to take over this for a second.
Yeah,
here.
go for it.
So tarantula hawk wasps are these cool wasps that live in the Southwest, right? And they're like that big, and they're black and really scary, right? And they don't generally go after humans, but they do go after tarantulas, hence tarantula hawk wasp. Now what they do is they sting tarantulas, right? And their sting paralyzes the tarantula, but keeps it alive. And then they lay an egg, right? And then when that egg hatches, it has a nice warm living meal to eat its way out. Now that's terrifying in its own right? But I thought, well, what happens if you take one of those tarantula hawk wasps, and because of the powers of radiation, of course, it blows up to like the size of like a German Shepherd, right? Now, obviously, then you can't lay eggs on tarantulas because they're too small, but it's the perfect size for then humans, right?
Right.
So then they can, sting human beings and lay an egg in them, and then it pops out, and it's just
all gross and
right, it's
yeah,
horrific. It's
yeah.
perfect, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay. Bees. I got B's in high school. What kind of grades did you get in high school?
not B's.
Okay, A's, A pluses. So do
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
so would you say that you like movies?
I do. I like movies.
That's good. Yeah. So why don't you tell us about your most recent movie?
Oh, right. The most recent movie I released was called Demon with the Atomic Brain. And the idea behind it was messing with the concept of alternate realities. It involves this computer that's hooked up to a piece of alien technology, and the computer goes nuts and it explodes. And what happens is it's not like a traditional explosion. It actually cuts up reality into all these little alternate realities. And it's like a bubble that's formed, and it starts expanding outward. Basically, you have a team of specialists who have to go into this bubble to fight through all these alternate realities to shut down the computer before this bubble expands and basically destroys the universe. Real classic sort of B movie stuff.
Without B's.
Without, sadly.
Well, I bet it's still great.
I mean, the Wasp movie will come at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
So.
We'll watch that and it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. We're all really big fans. So I have to say though, these titles are kind of strange. Like The Cave Woman of Mars, It Came from Another World, House of Ghosts, The Giant Spider. I mean, it kind of seems like you maybe started to run out of names there a little bit. So Chris, can I call you Chris?
Yeah.
Tell me, do you have any advice for any young directors possibly watching our show?
Honestly, just don't make movies. No, just kidding.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're wasting your life. No, honestly, before I made movies, I worked in the IT industry, and I found it somewhat soulless, at least for myself. I know some people may be very passionate about it. I was not. Before, it was fine. I was sort of making a living, and I was making some money doing it, but it felt very empty, right? Once I started making movies and was able to create for a living, and eventually it got to that point. It didn't start out that way. It was just a hobby that now it's kind of my life. The rewards of it are so much greater than the less money I make now, shall we say. So a lot of times when people ask, I was just say, if you really, really care about it, and you really, really want to do it, a life in the arts, a life in just creating things is very much worth it, even if you're not really going to make a lot of money doing it. In the end, that's what's being happy and being satisfied. And if you're a creative person, being able to create stuff is way more important. So I always just tell people, if you have an idea, just do it. Not to sound like Shia LaBeouf here, but do it. I mean, it's like you gotta just put yourself out there and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail. Mm-hmm. You honestly learn the best lessons by failure, by what you did wrong, than what you do right. You get kind of lost in when you're like succeed. You're like, oh, I know how to do everything. But it's like, no, it's better to be able to say, okay, I screwed up. What did I do wrong? What can I do better next time? So I just tell people, just don't give up and do it. It's worth it, right? And if you don't know how to do something, find someone that can help you do it. And make movies. It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Life is short. Make movies.
Yeah, I agree. So I actually heard that you're teaching a few classes. How are those going for you?
Yeah, they're great. I have some clips from the one that I have going on that maybe I could show.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. So, I'm actually kind of out of questions. Do you like crunchy or creamy peanut butter on your Sammies? Welcome back, everyone. For the record, my favorite peanut butter is crunchy, in case you were wondering. And while we were unable to have famed B-movie director Christopher Mim here for a live interview, we did get another Hollywood director who volunteered to come in. So please welcome Yagos Landries.
Oh, hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Welcome, Mr. Landries. I'm so glad.
Please, call me Yagos.
Okay. Yagos. Why are you wearing sunglasses? It's been dark for like 3 hours and we're in a studio
I wear them everywhere. It's part of my image.
of not being able to see.
No. It makes me look postmodern.
It makes you look like you need a service dog.
You make me wish I was blind.
Okay, let's move on. What have you worked on in the past?
Oh, okay. Well, I got my start as the second assistant director of Jaws. And then after that, I was the assistant costume designer for understudies in Star Wars. That was a really big role for me. It was when I really decided I wanted to make my own movies.
So how many movies have you made?
Well, you see, it started out with this novelist who came to me, and he had this novel where there was this dinosaur park. I don't remember his name. It's Mikey Christian?
Michael
Something like
Crichton? You worked on Jurassic Park?
For a while. And then, well, you see, we had this concept design drawn up, and then we decided it wasn't a good idea. So I told him to take the idea elsewhere. He did, to my old mentor.
You were a student of Steven Spielberg?
For a while.
Why did you leave?
He was a hack. He didn't understand my kind of director, the postmodern director.
Well, was that the only project you received?
Oh, no. A few years later, Steven actually came to me with this idea that it was sort of a sign of his goodwill, I guess. He said it was too big for him. I agree. And so it was about this German official, and he saved a bunch of Jews during the Holocaust. I'm not much of a history guy myself, so I turned it down.
You turned down Schindler's List?
Well, yeah. Steven won 7 Oscars off of that one. Lucky bugger. Well, anyway, after that, I moved on to the B movies. I decided I would get started with B movies, so I made I helped some classics, Scanner Cop, Dark Angel, personal favorite, and Space Truckers. Well, until I was approached with another option. So this next movie was about some soldiers on D-Day that was rescuing this other guy.
What did you do for Saving Private Ryan?
Oh, nothing.
What?
I turned it down for Deep Rising.
Okay, well, I heard you're working on a new movie.
Oh, yeah. Picture this. Okay. Corvette speeds across the Arizona desert late afternoon. A woman in a red dress, wearing sunglasses, is driving. She stops the Corvette, drifts it to a halt, sending up a cloud of sand. She stops, opposed to Dave, our protagonist, in a sleek Firebird. He's also wearing sunglasses, very important. And they stop. She gets out of the car. They stop for a moment, staring at each other, admiring their aesthetic qualities. Suddenly, dozens of motorcycles show up out of nowhere, big, souped-up Harley-Davidsons, with riders who look like demons, twice as mean. The sunlight glistens off of their sunglasses. Just as it seems that our heroes are doomed, there's an explosion of gunfire as machine guns and cannons fire on them, and the bikers are destroyed in a cloud of sand. The protagonists are relieved at their good luck, but in a chill way. But the relief is short-lived because these bikers were just attacked by, wait for it, Nazis.
What? Why Nazis?
Nazis are your classic antagonist. No one can sympathize with them, because otherwise they're also a Nazi.
Okay, just continue.
Well, okay, so, you see, the Nazi officer gets out of his car, and he whips off his fancy gloves and his fancy hat, but he keeps the sunglasses on. This is very important. He has to keep the sunglasses on. Anyway, so he starts walking up to Dave, and
What the heck is this movie about?
It's a coming-of-age story during the 1970s oil crisis. I can read you the sequel. I have the script
I think
here.
that's all the time we have. So thank you very much, Yagos, for your interesting script. Good luck with your endeavors. Thank you, Yagos. And now now we get to watch that clip of Christopher Mims' class that he was speaking about earlier, so stay tuned.
Slime. You need more slime. Slime is the glue that holds these things together. Black and white filter, just dropped the saturation. It's black and white. It's old now. You see, you take two things, one that's scary and one that's not scary, mash them together, and that's a hit. Werewolf, scary. Mosquito, not scary. Demon, scary. Atomic brain, pretty cool, but not scary. House, not scary. Ghosts, very, very scary. K-women, not scary. Mars, f***ing scary. Okay, you see? Okay, you guys try.
Attack of the Mutant Air Conditioner.
Good, that works, yeah.
Pillows from hell.
Perfect, yes, keep it up.
My dad? The cat!
Yeah, that works. Slime!
Spiders!
Blood. Aliens. Blood. Say it. Say it.
Slime?
Yes! She gets it. Slime! Always more slime! Always. After watching my tape, you'll be able to shoot for the moon and land among the stars, and maybe we'll run into some weird shit.
Thanks, Chris!
Focus on You fans. Have you ever wanted to binge watch all of this season of Focus on You while eating egregious amounts of potato chips and ignoring your responsibilities? Because I know I'd like that. Well, now you can. Macromedia presents the full box set of this season of Focus on You, complete with bonus footage, bloopers, and behind-the-scenes interviews with the cast. But that's not all. If you order within the next 2 hours, we'll throw in an autographed poster from our host Justine, and also an additional blooper disc where you can hear Justine say those not-so-nice things about same-sex marriage. But that's not all. If you order within the next 2 hours, you will also get a signed copy of Justine's autobiography, How I Made Money and Stopped Hating Everything, and also started my own chinchilla ranch. Oh my god, holy shit, I want all of this stuff so bad, but I'm only a boy, so I have no need for material possessions. God damn it, I hate my life. But if you're still a flesh bag that buys things to make the emptiness inside feel a little more full, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Dial 1-800-FILL-THE-HOLE. That's 1-800-FILL-THE-HOLE now to take advantage of this amazing offer for 3 easy payments of $45.95. Quench that nasty feeling of emptiness inside so you can get out of bed tomorrow. Order now. And now put your hands together for Funny Bone Bugs and Growl.
Hello everybody, we are Funny Bone Thugs and Crowd, your friendly neighborhood improv troupe. Today I brought with lovely Gina and the gorgeous Emma Johnson. And we're going to be playing a game today that I like to call, that I love to name Ding! Okay, awesome. So the concept of Ding is that Gina and I, we're going to act out a 2-person scene. Emma back there, if she hears something she doesn't like, something that she doesn't think is funny enough, she is going to... And we're going to have to change what we say to fit her every whim and desire. It'll be a pretty simple time, hopefully a fun time. I think we've given her a little too much power at this point, but we'll see how well that treats us. I don't think I've introduced myself. My name is Ben. I am one of the co-presidents. It's very lovely to meet all of you. However, we can't do an improv scene without something to start. So what is something that you don't like to find at the bottom of your glass of milk after you drank it?
Nails.
Did I hear nails?
Yeah.
Nails! All right, awesome.
Do you spill all these nails all over the ground again?
Okay, it's not my fault that you keep coming in here to my office and then telling me how to live my life. You know, I don't go into your room, tell you how to make your bed. Okay.
I know, but as your secretary, I have to help make sure everything is nice and clean. I have to just take all your garbages and spill them everywhere and make it the worst place ever, just so you know how you're really living.
I know, and you're doing a really bad job. You're doing such a great job. You're doing a job that I didn't even hire you to do. I don't know who let you in here. I've just been letting you do something and giving you paychecks. Okay.
And I really appreciate that because I just thought I was actually hired, and I've hated this job for years, and I've been stuck in it, okay? I was offered a job at Harvard, and I was offered a job at McDonald's, and this is where I am. I could be flipping patties.
Yeah, you could be, but instead you can't even throw around some trash. You know, I went to college with a recycling flipping degree, so I think I know how to spread a little debris around. You know, come over here, you pick up a can, and you just come over here, you pick up the bin, and you just put it on yourself. You bathe in it, get the juices in there.
This is why I've come to learn from you, okay? I just always been a big fan of your work and what you do, and I just really need you to show me the ropes of recycling flipping.
Okay, well, you come over here to this case. You open it up, and here, I got 2 ropes for you. But now for the recycling flipping part, now that you got the ropes down.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, let me set them down.
Well, how are you supposed to keep this place dirty if you don't set the ropes down?
This is why I'm here to learn from you.
Right, I'm sorry. You know I've been going to anger management classes. You know that I've been teaching an anger management class, and they make me really mad, let me tell you. Because I go there, I'm like, hey guys, did you know that I'm also a recycling flipper? And they're like, that's not a real job. And they're like, that's why we're here, because you keep flipping our recycling.
Your wife tells me a lot about your anger management issues. Your dogs are you just shake the whole office, and I'm actually here to come, let you go.
Oh. So, you're the person from Human Resources.
Yes. I don't know why I let you throw things around so much, because now I'm going to have to clean it up since you're gone, but I'm sorry.
So, trying to fire me, right?
That sounds about right. That's what I was getting paid for to do, because you haven't been paying me enough lately.
You can't fire me if you can't find my resume. You can't fire me if I never worked here to start with. I actually came off the street. You know, there's not a lot of jobs for recycling flippers. And so I just showed up in this nice office building, and I just showed up here in this copy place, and I've just been going through all the reams of paper and just whoosh. And then I just break into Human Resources and just take a paycheck.
You're the one throwing the paper everywhere? Do you know how much money we're spending on paper?
12. Wait, no. Wait, yeah, 12.
It's coming out of our fake paychecks, okay? We both found out neither of us truly work here. And now you're wasting our money. We can save this, okay? Start uncrinkling this paper. It's gonna be fine. We can just put it back in the copier. Once we uncrinkle it, we can sell it on the street for more than what it's worth.
I heard that newspapers make great bedding for people like me. I
know, yes, that makes complete sense. All those homeless people are gonna have so much money to buy this paper. I really love your thinking. You know, I don't have much money myself, but I'd like to hire you.
For real?
Yes. This is gonna be the best business I've ever started. It's gonna be like the 5th one. None of them have ever worked. But this one, I have high hopes for. This one, you know, I'm iffy on it. But with you by my side, I think it's gonna be a disaster. So I'm excited.
Oh, it's gonna be a disaster because I'm here? Okay. Here, list for me any of the 5 reasons that paper is the best thing to build houses out of. Exactly, you can't. You know who can? This guy. You know who can? Probably my dad. Because I talked to him every night about how horrible my degree was going. I talked to him every night about how I just wanted to drop out of college. And I just talked to him every night because I pretended I had a phone plan because I was living on the streets because I didn't have any money for college because I was going to college to be a recycling flipper. And it was not...
Funny Bone Thugs and Crowd is awesome. So for our next segment, we have something really special for you guys. Our next bit is... bees! Yes! Release the bees! You get a bee! And you get a bee!
Justine! No, there's no bees. There's no bees. That's a no-go on the bees, Justine.
What? I thought we were getting the bees.
Nope, couldn't get them. Turns out, Macromedia is bankrupt.
What? But you're a megacorp.
Mm-hmm, yeah, well, all the money is gone, Sweet Cheeks. Focus on You ran us straight into the ground. We should never have gone into television.
Where'd all the money go?
Well, we spent a lot on the prizes, and it was the blow, Justine. You did just way too much blow, Justine. We just... I tell you to get help, but we both know it's not going to happen.
I guess we did have a lot of fun this semester. A little bit too much fun, maybe.
Yep.
All that, there was so much blow.
There was a lot of blow. There is not even enough money for an outro skit. So, that's just kind of it. All right. Get these people out of here. We'll play the music, and that's it. So long, folks!
I guess that's the show. I hope you guys liked it. It looks like we're back to the drawing board again, but I have high hopes for next season. You know, thanks for coming out and watching us. But you guys might want to stick around for our Marvel movie post-credit thing. So, you know, don't leave, or you could leave, I guess. Whatever. Good night.
Really lay into it. Come on.
Thanks everybody for coming. Hope you had fun. That's our show. I know I had fun. Yeah, that's actually it.
Thank you all for
Thank
coming
you.
out.